Hi, I'm Fred Felden, Professor of Mathematics at Coastline Community College in California. I'm here at the Anaheim Marriott at the 2013 AMATYC 39th Annual Conference. Now, in anticipation of our 40th anniversary, I'm here to interview some conference attendees and ask about their fondest memories or their best experience at a conference. Behind the camera with me is Dan Petrock from Des Moines Area Community College. Say hi, Dan.
Hi.
All right, shall we go find someone to interview?
Let's do it.
All right, thanks. Let's see. Okay, you ready? Hi, I'm here with Rob E.D. Rob, tell us where you're from.
Well, I teach at Blanton College, which is in College Station, Texas, next door to Texas A&M, halfway between Austin and Houston, if that helps.
And how many AMATYC conferences have you been to?
This is my 9th now.
Yeah. Tell us about a great experience you had.
Well, I was in cohort 2 with Project Access, so if you haven't heard about Project Access, you need to. And so that was my first experience back then, and running through with that, and all the professional development, meeting all the friends, and what's the line? Once a year I get to hang out with 1,000 of my best friends. It's great. So, yeah, AMATYC's awesome. Make plans every year to come back to it.
Thank you, Rob.
Thank you.
And I'm here with Steve Barakat. Steve, hello. Welcome to Anaheim.
Thank you, Fred.
Where are you from?
I'm from LA, Los Angeles.
Right around here, huh?
Yep, not far from here, about an hour.
So how many AMATYC conferences have you been to?
This is my fourth.
And tell us about your favorite moment, your best experience.
Well, it's gonna be my first. It was at Boston, and two big things happened in Boston. One about math, which when I met Elaine Martingale, the author of the book that I used, I took my picture with her. That was a great moment. I was a little excited and nervous at the same time.
Awesome. Did you show your students the picture?
Yes, of course. I posted on Facebook.
Yeah, all right.
I got her permission. I got her permission. And my second memory also at Boston is when we went to Cheers, to the bar, and I had a beer at Cheers, so that was a good moment for me. You know, the relationship.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you, Fred.
That was good!
Yeah. I am here now with Frank Goulard, and it is Halloween tonight, by the way, so I have to warn you during these interviews, who knows what we'll see. So Frank, where are you from?
Fred, I'm from Portland, Oregon at Portland Community College, and this is my 10th AMATYC.
Wow.
And my favorite part of the whole weekend is the grand opening when all the people flood into the exhibit hall.
Like right now.
Like right now.
So you're having a good time
It's a
right
time.
now.
Real good time. Yeah.
What do you like about the grand opening so much, besides all the publishers, the free food and drink?
Yes.
What else?
And the free food and drink and the publishers. No, it's nice because we get 1,000+ people coming in, and everybody's in a good mood. The publishers are really happy, and all the other exhibitors are really happy to have us here. They think AMATYC is one of the best conferences they have all year long. So it's a win-win. It's a really nice feeling.
I agree. Thank you, Frank.
Thanks, Fred.
Dan, I'm here with Susan Cooper. Hi, Susan. Where are you from?
I'm from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, but I teach at Harrisburg Area Community College.
And how many AMATYC conferences have you been to?
3 conferences so far. Started in Boston. I lied, this is my 4th one. Boston, then Austin, and then last year in here. 4.
Tell us, if you don't mind, your most memorable experience or your favorite moment at any one of your conferences.
My favorite moment was being part of Project Access and getting my group of cohorts were so supportive, and just the friendships and the bonds that we made, and we still email each other all the time, and we make sure we're here at each conference, and the connections and the sharing of knowledge throughout the academic year. So obviously they put us in these great cities, and there's a lot to do, but doing it with a group of friends like that is wonderful.
How about a moment that may have affected your classroom teaching, or your teaching and learning?
That I can
Any
say.
special moment?
Yes. The AMATYC conference was the impetus for my entire iTunes U experience. So all of my courses are on iTunes U now. I wouldn't have started podcasting. I wouldn't have 110,000 people in my classroom. Yeah, there's so much. I mean, I think that I can say that AMATYC inspired me to start on the podcasting bandwagon, which is big. And iTunes is big.
Thank you, Susan.
Yeah.
Enjoy the rest of the conference.
And go.
I'm here with Rachel Winston now. Hi, Rachel. Where are you from?
From Syracuse College in Ridgecrest, California.
And how many AMATYC conferences have you been to?
I've been to 3, and I plan to go to Nashville next year.
Great. And tell us about maybe your favorite experience or best moment or something that you came back with that really affected your teaching and learning. Your teaching and learning.
I've been going to the sessions is really valuable because I'm always trying to build my courses and build curriculum. And when I can get new ideas from other faculty members, it makes my classes a whole lot better.
And where do you find you get your best ideas from? Do you get them from the exhibits hall like this? Do you get them from hallway conversations? Do you get them from the round tables at the presentations? Or in Starbucks? Or the bar?
I get them actually, the main places I get them are twofold. One is in the sessions, because I like going to the sessions, especially hands-on ones where I can practice with the technology, but also going to the exhibit hall. It's one of my favorite parts, because then I can talk to specific vendors with specific software, and they can demonstrate what's the highlights. Because if they just send me the software, then I have to fish around trying to figure out what's good software, what's not, what do they have, how will it benefit me. But when I'm actually talking to a vendor, I can find out specifically how that would benefit the specific classes I'm trying to improve.
Sounds good. Thank you, Rachel. Enjoy the conference.
Nice seeing you.
All right. I'm here with Sadie Bragg. Hi, Sadie. How are you?
How are you?
It's good to see you. Where are you from? Other people may not know.
I'm from New York City.
Okay. And how many AMATYC conferences have you attended?
30.
Woo! Yeah. Can you share with us maybe one or two of your best experiences, either as an attendee or as a presenter or as an elected officer? What was one of your most memorable conference moments?
Well, there are 2.
Okay.
One of my first conferences was actually in New York City, not far from my college. And it was very memorable because I was asked to support it because my college was nearby. I was asked to put it together, only to find out that there were other things going on around it. I wasn't sure if I wanted to really do that, but it turned out Alan Angel talked me into it because at that time I was actively involved in AMATYC.
Right. Good for Alan. He's here today, you know.
I know Alan is here today. He was here yesterday and I've talked to him quite a bit.
So any special moment or experience that affected your teaching?
With
Your teaching, yeah. An AMATYC conference moment that you brought back and affected your teaching and your work in the classroom.
Actually, that's a very difficult question to answer because I've been to all of them. I've been to 30 of them and I don't know. I've learned a lot from all of them. Actually, don't take that.
Talk about Pittsburgh. Talk about Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I told him one of my favorites was Pittsburgh. And I enjoyed Pittsburgh for 2 very good reasons. One is because my husband was there with me the entire time. And my sister, I unfortunately lost some time ago, is also there with me. So when I think about the conferences, I think about the fact that my husband is not here with me because he's sick, and my sister's gone. Those are sad things. So I don't know if I want you to say them. Don't say them. Don't put them. I just left the Project Access group, and I was the founder of Project Access with Mary Robinson, and we decided to do that because Project Next was an M&A project, but MAA did not want to take it to their college faculty, so we decided we would set up our own process to have your faculty become more professional and more active. And that's what we've done now. In fact, if you go back and look at some of the literature, you'll see how really powerful Project Access is. Today, I think I must have talked to about 30 of them.
I'm here with Tom Pulver. Hi, Tom. Where are you from?
I'm from Community College, which is just outside of Chicago.
And how many AMATYC conferences have you been to?
This is my 8th conference.
Great. Do you have a favorite moment or best experience, a best takeaway from one of your conferences?
Well, that's really a hard question to answer because they've been all great things. I think the best thing about it, all the AMATYC conferences, the interacting with all the people, all the other math teachers. I mean, we see great technology, we see great textbooks, we see great presentations, like the gaming presentation I saw today. But the best thing is, I think, getting to talk with the other people who do the same job I do.
The best from all around the country.
Yeah, that's right.
Great. Thanks. I'm here with Bob Capetta. Hi, Bob.
Hi there, it's a pleasure.
Where are you from?
I'm from western suburbs of Chicago, Fred, at College at DuPage. We have about 16,000 FTE, so I believe we're one of the largest schools in the country.
And how many AMATYC conferences have you been to?
I'm guessing this is about 10 for me now, so it's been quite a few. The first one I went to was in Chicago. Then I stopped while I was finishing the PhD, and then I got back once that was done. So.
Can you think of or share with us your favorite experience or a most memorable moment or event at one of your conferences?
Well, the most memorable events probably happened after the time that we're actually meeting here in the halls, primarily with the fellowship with my colleagues around the country. And that to me is the greatest reason to come to AMATYC, is to get to know folks outside of the classroom, to kind of learn best practices, to kind of share what we do. It's kind of isolating to be in a classroom when you get out there with folks and discuss things that you really kind of do as an instructor. But I have seen many, many outstanding talks. I've been active with the calculus group, and Sandy Poinsett does a great job with those folks. Last year, we had a situation where our keynote speaker was stranded due to Sandy. We were very disappointed. Sheldon Gordon is a great guy, but we were able to go ahead and bring him in on Skype and run our entire session as if he were there. And I was really impressed with Sandy, with Sheldon putting that together. And he kind of told us exactly what this organization means. That despite great challenges, despite having possibly a hole in his roof, he was willing to go ahead and share what he had with the rest of our folks here at AMATYC. So many, many great experiences, but that's certainly what I can think of now.
Awesome.
Thanks so much, Fred.
Thank you. I'm here with Kelly Jackson now. Hi, Kelly. Where are you from?
I'm from Camden County in New Jersey.
And how many AMATYC conferences have you been to?
I would say probably around 15 or so. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite moment from any one of the conferences, a favorite experience?
Well, the thing that sticks out in my mind that I remember most was when we had the conference in Chicago in 2000, because it was the Bush-Gore election, and all of us were running from wherever we were up to the TV the whole time we were at the conference to see what was going on and to check on the news.
So it was a unifying experience.
Yeah, it was.
Even though it had nothing to do with math or the conference,
right.
it just brought you all together.
It was an interesting mathematical conundrum there. So, I mean, there was a lot of conversation about that sticks out in my mind as something that was just unbelievable.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you.
I'm here now with Mark Harbison. Hi, Mark. Happy Halloween.
Thank you.
Where are you from?
Sacramento, California.
And how many AMATYC conferences have you been to?
14.
Do you have a favorite moment, a best experience, or a great takeaway from any one of those conferences?
My best memory was getting the courage to bring my giant handout. I had about 80 pages in my handout to a publisher and say, hey, could I write for you guys? And they said yes. And since then I had 3 little ancillary manuals and 2 textbooks, so it really got me started on something I didn't think I could do. Couldn't have done it without AMATYC.
Thank you, Mark.
Thanks.
I'm here now with Scott McClendon. Hi, Scott. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Where are you from?
I'm from Somerset, Kentucky. Somerset Community College.
Great. And how many AMATYC conferences have you been to?
This makes my second.
A newbie.
I'm a newbie. Yep.
Do you have a favorite moment or great experience, either from last year or from your conference so far this year you could share?
Last year in Florida, I really liked the Ignite session. I thought it was pretty intense. Everyone getting up there and explaining things in 5 minutes. It was a real neat experience. I really enjoyed it.
Was there anything you took away from the Ignite event or sometime else during the conference that you were able to use in the classroom?
Yeah, well, we used that Ignite experience. We used that back at Kimatic at the Kentucky affiliate. We started our own Ignite experience there, and I participated in that one.
Oh, great!
And it was really fun. I hope to do it again as well. Hopefully, even present here at the national convention sometime.
Well, I was was looking for presenters for tomorrow night. What
That's on
happened?
the spot. That's on the spot now. I don't know about
It's
that
too
one.
late now. Too late now, but I sent the word out to in a mass email.
Right.
So I hope to get you on the presentation list in the near future.
Hopefully so.
Thank you, Scott. We've got a double interview, Dan. I'm here with Jason Ennington and Alice Kasenberg. So Jason, we'll start with you. Where are you from? Hi.
I'm from California.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
And how many AMATYC conferences have you been to?
This is my 8th.
Congratulations.
I missed the last 2 years, but...
Do you have a favorite conference moment or a takeaway from any one of the previous conferences you've been to?
Well, I was a member of Project Access Cohort 3, and that was what really brought it all together for me. It was my 3rd year. It was in Cincinnati, Ohio, and then the next year we did New Orleans and Minneapolis.
Due to hurricane.
Due to hurricane.
That's right, I remember.
Yeah, and honestly, the biggest takeaway was the program was just so excellent. It really helped us prepare for our new careers, and it built the network, and the network has been golden. I mean, you guys, we should be charging for this Project Access network, make good money. But that's my takeaway. It's just the network that I have developed here or become part of here at AMATYC.
You know, Dan, nobody's ever asked me about my favorite takeaway, and at this moment is one. Because I attended Tom McKeague's presentation about working with elementary algebra students and sharing them the motivation and the passion behind what you do in the hopes that maybe one of them might become a community college teacher. Here he is. Jason was a student in my elementary algebra class.
Wow. You were my first college teacher.
We formed a bond.
Yes.
And due to his passion and maybe my inspiration might have had something to do with it, Jason progressed on through the curriculum and became a community college teacher. Congratulations, Jason. You make me proud.
I was in your class. Yeah. I didn't know what I was going to major in. And I saw what you were doing and I said, I could so do that. He makes this fun. And that semester, I changed to being a math major. Had I known what being a math major was really going to mean, I don't think I would have done it. Thank goodness I didn't know. But yes, and it was your last semester as an adjunct. So it was very, I don't know what the right word is, kismet that we would meet. And yeah, you've had a lot of inspiration for me to get here. So you have meant a lot to me. Do you remember me coming and asking for help in calculus at one point at your house?
Yes.
This was, off the top of your head, how many years ago was this? I know.
20?
Almost 18 years ago. Fall of 95 is when I started college.
That's right. That's when I started my full-time position too.
No, you started spring 96. You got hired halfway.
That's right.
Yeah, I remember.
Thank you so much. So there's my moment.
How about Alice?
Alice, how about yours? How many conferences have you been to?
I'm listing 23.
Listing?
And listing.
Listing.
And so I think of all of it, it was being involved with the Project Access. I was lucky enough to be invited to be one of the initial co-directors, and we brought in 32 students the first year, and 32 new community college instructors the first year. They were not students. They may have students of math education maybe. And we just had a glorious time. And then the second year came along and they were really a wild, wonderful group. And then the third one came along and Jason was in it.
And we were a crazy bunch.
And you were the crazy bunch. But every year since, I come back to these colleges and one of these newer community college students is here and comes rushing up and get a big hug, and they immediately bounce off and go off to somebody else because they know somebody here. And the networking and coming to a conference and appreciating what professional development is all about is just so important. And it's been a pleasure working with all of you, and
we've been so thankful to have you.
And it's just been very special. And one of the highlights of my career, which
which goes back to junior high and senior high teaching, which was interesting, but I sure was glad when I got to community college.
I'm here with Barbara Ilowski. Hi Barbara, how are you? Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween,
I love your
Fred.
costume.
Thank you. The blinky ring too.
Well, where are you from?
Hi, I'm from California, from De Anza College, and I've been teaching full-time since 1989 at De Anza. I'm the immediate past president of the California Mathematics Council of Community Colleges, CMCQ.
And how many AMATYC conferences have you attended?
You know, this was a tough one. I think 14, if I can remember. My first one was in either 1990 or 1991, and that was my favorite one. And
How so?
the reason
Why?
because I was floored. I was so overwhelmed that there was so much great professional development all over the place. The faculty were doing so many exciting things. And I thought, and that was, I think, in Dallas. It was a while ago, or Seattle. I'm not sure which one was first. But then thinking, wow, I need to come to this conference every year because I can learn so much that I can bring back into my classes. And that's what I've done. I always try to present so that I can justify to myself all the expenses that aren't covered by the college. And then I go in and I just learn from everybody as much as I can. And I've made great friends. I have my hangout friends who I'm around with.
Sounds
And
great.
actually, thanks to the committee that I'm on with Fred, CMCQ, this fall we have our conference in Monterey, December 13th and 14th. We decided instead of a Friday night keynote, we're doing Ignite.
Awesome.
And that came out of the committee, and we tried it last year, and it was a great hit. And I said, let's do this at CMCQ, and I'm going to go tomorrow to find my notes so I can make sure I've got it.
Well, I know one thing we appreciate your attendance on is the influence that you have on things like open educational resources. Without a committee or a conference like this, your voice would be very limited. But you add yours to many, many others.
And I can bring back, because I'm involved a lot with state and national policy on OER and even international, it gives a place to get back to the math department instead of having it just all in the sky. So I can bring that back, and I appreciate the opportunity.
Me too.
Thank you.
Thank you, Barbara. I'm here now with Marianne Anthony. Hi, Marianne. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine, Fred. How
Where are you from?
I'm from Santa Ana College.
Right nearby?
Right nearby, just down the street from here.
And how many AMATYC conferences have you been to?
It's innumerable. I've been to many. I don't know how many. It's more than I have fingers. So I just can't count them right
Okay.
now.
Well, surely from one of those you have an experience you might be willing to share with us, a favorite moment, a great takeaway, something that improved your teaching, something that improved your passion or increased your passion for your career, just whatever you want to share with us. You care
I was
to?
just going to share an experience that I remember. It was going to Toronto, and I think it was in 2001 because it was right after all the airports had been closed, and we went to Toronto and went up in the tower, and the view from up there is what I remember was really remarkable, that you could see from miles and miles and miles all the way to Niagara Falls. And I never would have been there if it hadn't been for the reason to go for an AMATYC conference. So that was one thing. Otherwise, there are many, many things I've learned that I brought back to my classrooms and used, but right now I can't think of anyone just directly to name.
Well, I know you've been a presenter at many conferences.
Yeah.
Any fulfilling moments? Someone from the audience who shared an experience?
Yes, yeah. Every time that we've spoken, it's been so well received. It's good. And then having people remember and come back, oh, I heard you 2 years ago there. That's just, it's very, very heartening to hear that.
Awesome. I'm here now with Brian Mercer. Brian, hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Where are you from?
Champaign, Illinois.
And how many AMATYC conferences have you attended?
This is my 15th.
Woohoo! Yes, up there.
Yeah.
So from one of those conferences, do you have a favorite experience you'd like to share with us? A moment?
Sure, actually my
I'm here with Cindy Wade and Jan Roy. And hi, you guys, welcome. Where are you from?
Michigan.
She's from the east side, and I'm in the central Michigan area.
Okay. Let's start with you, Cindy. So how many conferences have you been to?
I can't remember. It's either been Tulsa or Little Rock was my first one that I went to. Been to quite a few, everyone since then. Missed one.
Excellent. Can you share a memorable experience or a favorite moment from any one of those conferences with us?
Ask Jan first.
You think?
I'm thinking of a memorable one.
Jan, how many conferences you've been to?
This is my 15th.
And do you have a moment or experience you care to share with us that makes these conferences so great?
You know, the Michigan people generally get together one night and go out together for dinner. And so we get to know each other, but we also talk about math teaching. So friends and professional experience.
So do your local Michigan group get together outside of the AMATYC conferences or not? Or is the AMATYC conference your main place for the year when you
We
gather?
also have the Mishmatic conference, and that's our second time. So we see each other at least twice a year.
What do you think, Sydney? Have you thought of something yet?
Well, just seeing the people that we don't normally see, even from Michigan, is often. Even people that teach at my college that I don't get to talk to very much. Or Jan, who lives in the middle of the state. Yeah. Networking.
How about you? Either of you can recall a specific moment that you learned something and took it away from the conference that affected your teaching.
A big one for me is going on right now with the work from the New Life and the Dana Center and the Carnegie and all of that. That's a biggie. That's going to make a big difference in our college.
Anything else?
I saw smartboards for the first time here many, many years ago, and I was one of the first ones on campus to do that and to teach online classes. So I took those away from here.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm here with Michael Davis. Hi, Michael. Welcome to the conference.
Hi.
Where are you from?
Glendale Community College.
Right here in Southern California?
Yeah, not a far drive.
So how many conferences have you been to, although I can see you're a newbie?
Yeah, this is my first one.
Congratulations. Has anything happened so far at the conference? It's only the second day, right? Any special moment that was impressive to you or helped shape your teaching or helped make a memorable experience for you?
Yeah, actually yesterday the feature talk with Sheila Tobias, when I was an undergraduate, I was doing, my senior thesis was in math anxiety, and I actually read Sheila Tobias's book, and I read a bunch of her papers, and I did my whole thesis topic on math anxiety. So it was really cool to be able to see her talk and actually see that connection. I got excited as soon as I saw her to see, this is the person I wrote about, this is the person who I researched, and she's actually talking. So it was really cool to kind of see that connection in here.
Great. Thank you, Michael.
Great.
I am here with Damon Givehane. Hi, Damon. Welcome to the conference.
How's it going, Fred?
Great, thank you. Where are you from?
I live in Oakland, California. I'm from Florida, but I've lived in California for the last 5 years now.
And how many AMATYC conferences have you been to?
This will be my third AMATYC conference.
Do you have a favorite moment or a great experience from one of those conferences you could share with us?
Actually, I just had an experience. I was presenting, it was a 50-minute presentation. I clearly went over my limit and didn't finish the presentation. But I had several people come to me after the fact and ask for the PowerPoint presentation and say, yo, this is a great presentation. I would love for you to email me the PowerPoint slides because I can see the value and I wish we had a workshop for this. As opposed to a 50-minute session. That kind of, when I know they get value out of what we do, it's in value.
That's great.
It's in value. So, that's it.
Thank you. That's it. I'm here now with Libby Watts. Hi, Libby. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Welcome to the conference.
Thank you.
Where are you from?
I'm from Virginia. Tidewater Community College in Hampton Roads.
And how many AMATYC conferences have you been to?
This is number 4.
Is there a moment that stands out amongst those conferences, something you care to share with us? A favorite event, a takeaway, something that improved your teaching or established a relationship with a colleague, anything like that?
Well, I just ran into a student, somebody I went to grad school with eons ago, so that was really cool.
Who's now a faculty member?
Yes. Yeah, we used to study study together and complain about all of our hard grad classes. Now we're here sharing our experiences.
So that would be networking.
Yes.
Let's see, what else? Anything you took away from any of your sessions at any of the conferences that changed your life or improved your teaching?
Well, I keep a lot of ideas and a lot of things I want to try. Like after going to this conference, I really want to do more student-centered learning and try to encourage my college to really get on board with that and give us more professional development, change our classrooms.
Thank you. I'm here with Paul Walsher. Hi, Paul. Welcome to the conference.
I'm really glad to be here.
Oh, really? That's excellent. Where are you from?
I'm from Kansas, from Chinooka, Kansas, tiny little town east of Wichita.
And how many? Oh, I see your badge. You're a newbie. Your first conference. Congratulations.
Yes, I'm really excited to be here. I've been a member of our affiliate in Kansas for a while, but this is the first time I got to go to the national meeting.
Great. Now that you're here, is there an event that's happened in the last couple days that changed your life or raised your passion for teaching, or you're going to take away and use in the classroom, or a special moment you'd share with us?
Honestly, there's been so many already. Even this morning we had one where the presenter went through a bit of his talk and he almost came to the opposite conclusion he was going to get to because of the discussion with everyone in the room. So it's just so fun to just commune with all of our colleagues in a national level like this. But I mean, beyond that, you know, I went to a class, a discussion with a guy who was talking about some classroom engagement, and he was really focused on language, helping students get their language skills in mathematics. And that's something I had a really big passion for when I was even younger, and I haven't been teaching that long, but when I was just starting out, that I think I've slipped on a bit in the past few years, and I'm going to really work on that. And I've also had some other classroom engagement techniques, like playing some games with some students halfway through the semester. So it's been really good for me.
Great, a wealth of ideas to take away. Thank you very much, Paul. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm here with Mariko Shimizu. Mariko, hi. Where are you from? Welcome.
I'm from Virginia. I'm originally from Japan, but I'm from Virginia. I work at Thomas Nelson at Hampton.
Okay, great. And how many AMATYC conferences have you been to?
This is my second time.
Oh, great.
Yes.
Mariko, do you have a moment from last year's conference or from this year's conference, the last couple of days? Something special that happened that you'd like to share with us?
Okay, so this is my first day in the conference because yesterday, very late at night, I arrived.
Okay.
So yeah, but I just went to only 2 sessions today.
Yeah.
But first 2 sessions, I enjoyed it a lot.
What was it?
This was 2 of them. They're both about developmental math. And then first one, it was about the difference of teaching in Japan and then also in the States.
Really? Right up your alley.
Because I was from Japan and then I taught a little back in Japan and then here I've been teaching for 13 years in different regions like in Ole Miss at Mississippi and then Alabama and then Oregon and then here in Virginia. So yeah, I had just a lot of teaching.
So what was interesting about that session that really struck you?
Yeah, let's see. About even setting up the program is different. They have to change the way I make a program, and then yeah, he was really hitting the point. Yeah. In Japan, they make a program that they have to think, and then in America, I did try to do the same way.
Yeah.
But then I got so much complaint from the students. And then I had to change a lot. And then yeah, I totally agree with him in a way that I had to change my culture because I can't apply the same way I did back in Japan. Like in the program, I had to put the same way that I did back in my teaching in class, and sometimes I had to copy from the textbook. good so that the students can answer for the problem. But yeah, that's a big difference.
Yeah. Very interesting.
I enjoyed a lot.
Lots to think about.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, there are so many things I enjoyed it, but yeah, I can't think on the top of my head.
That's okay. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. I'm here now with Frank Kluken. Hi Frank, how are you?
Hi, good thanks.
Welcome.
Good to be here.
Where are you from?
Putney, Vermont, Landmark College. It's a small school, 500 students for students that particularly learn differently.
And how many AMATYC conferences have you been to?
I've been to 3. I went when it was down in Orlando, Florida, so it's always near an amusement park. That's what I love.
Good for you. Like Disneyland.
Right, Disneyland, right.
Well, Frank, from those conferences, do you have a special moment that you took away with you, an experience that you'd like to share?
Well, there were 2 that come to mind right from the exhibitors hall, and one was being able to talk to the author of one of the books that we use and have been using for a while, and actually inviting him to the school. He might come and see who his audience is so he can then better prepare for those type of students. And another was actually connecting with one of the reps for a software program who really could speak to educating students. It wasn't about the sale, it was about relating to students and what was good for students. And that was refreshing.
Yeah, I agree that the conference offers us not just to hear presentations and attend sessions, but to meet with exhibitors, vendors, and authors.
That's right, because we don't often get the chance to talk to vendors directly.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Okay, I'm here now with Daniel Bars. Daniel, how are you? Welcome to the conference. Where are you from?
From Ephraim, Utah.
And how many AMATYC conferences have you been to?
This is my first.
That's right. I see your newbie badge.
That's right.
Congratulations. I'm so glad you're here. Now, I know it's only been a couple of days, but can you share with us the experience share with us what you've experienced so far, and should other people come to this conference, and what was great for you about it?
Thank you. I love statistics. I teach statistics, and so I was excited when I looked at the schedule to see that there were so many presentations and talks on statistics, and I've been able to go every hour of every day so far and fill my schedule with learning about statistics, rubbing shoulders with great statistics teachers throughout the country. Several authors that I thought, whoa, this is some heavy hitters that have been here, and I've learned a lot, and I'm really excited to come back next year.
Excellent, glad to hear it. Thank you. I'm here now with Tony Ponder. Tony, how are you?
Hi, how are you, Fred?
Hi, great. Welcome to the conference.
Thank you.
Where are you from?
Dayton, Ohio. Warm and cheerful Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah, right. Not 70 degrees like it is here in Anaheim.
Well, it's about 50. That's good for Ohio.
So how many conferences have you been to for AMATYC?
Well, I've only been to 2 national conferences. I'm a longtime member of the state affiliate, Ohio AMATYC.
During those conferences, was there an experience or a memory or just a takeaway that you want to share with us? What's special about these conferences for you?
Well, for me, since I serve as a dean at the institution, it's a great way for me to gain a broader perspective in terms of information and what's going on in the area of mathematics education that I can then take back to my institution and communicate that to my department chairs to try and give them some input or advice, at least, in terms of things that they need to be considering.
Are you a teaching dean at all?
I do get to teach a little bit. However, much of that lately has been in an online format, although I am hoping to get back into the classroom in the spring.
Well, either way, that's very impressive, I have to say, to see a dean who's here rubbing shoulders with all the faculty. You the man.
Well, I remember my roots and I know where the fun is at. So let's leave it at that.
Thank you, Tony.
Thank you, Fred.